And welcome to the week roundup. We're up to Division 2 finals, Luke, and welcome.
G'day Darcy, how are you, mate?
Good, luck. We're going to go straight into this first game, which is probably the upset of the year, I think, and what eventuated during that game. It was Henley took on Athelston. It was up there at Henley.
Didn't have a good week tipping, did we, mate?
We didn't. So, but when you see Henley got done by Athelston by 5 points. But I mean, just what eventuated during the game, Luke. We had the first quarter, Henley, 8 goals.
It was 8 goals to nothing at quarter time.
So Henley, whether they thought this is the game's over, we've won this. Even at half time, they didn't score a goal in the second quarter. They kicked 3 points to Athelston's 3-3, so still commanding lead of 5 goals. And then they were still 2 goals up at 3/4 time, and then Athelston must have just come out and pushed themselves a limit and ended up winning by 5 points. So,
well, obviously they had all the run. I mean, Henley's kicked 8 goals. It was 8 goals to nothing, 48 at quarter time to nothing. And, you know, if you're at the game, you'd probably think, you know, this is all over. I'm going home. You know, it's at Henley Oval, Henley Memorial, a tough place to win if you're an opposing side. And
Athelston did not give up all game. I think that's just extraordinary effort by Athelston to get themselves into Division 1.
2-7 after quarter time.
Yep. After kicking 8 goals in the first quarter, so that's just extraordinary.
Athelston kicked 11-6 to 2-7 after quarter time, so they've outscored them by 9 goals after quarter time. I mean, that tells you that. I know the Henley side is a little bit older than normal, but you know, I still thought they were the side.
Oh no, they've been the top side all year, and then kind of Athelston. They've been, they've been very good, but they've been like 4th or 3rd in that, and they've finished up 3rd, I think it was. And but anyway, Athelston in Division 1 next year. Probably been a while since they've been in Division 1. I think they have been in Division 1 many years ago, but I think it's been quite a few years since they've been there. But Athelston, we've got Randa with 3, Chanella with 2, and also Lee. Stewart, Elliott, Claus, and Sheedy with individuals. Best players was Glenn, Randa, Sheedy, Morasis, and Stewart. And for Henley,
Josh Foodless from South Adelaide. He's been really good for them all year. He was their best. Gray, Mickey Gordison in the back half, he's a tremendous player. Enright, big Jessen in the ruck, he's a good young, promising ruckman, young Jessen, and Highland. Goal scorers, Travis Lane, a former Eagle, kicked 2, but a string of singles to Radley, Highland, Thun, to Dennis Redden, who's a very good player, Jeremy Johncock, Coxton, Jessen, and Mickey Gordison must have had a run up forward, but I noticed here with Redden and Johncock only with 1, so the Athelston defence did well in stopping Redden and Johncock.
Which I think they probably got most of them in the first quarter, you're presuming. That's what I was thinking. So
yeah,
but no, great effort there. Then we head off to the game at Foss Camden.
Yeah, well done to Athelston.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a huge
Division 1.
effort.
That is massive. So
we saw them twice this year when we did.
And they're okay.
Live call, but they were beaten twice. The 2 games we saw them, they got beaten. So
on the day, but then we head out to Foss Camden, and again, Henley been not resting the laurels here because they're playing Foss Camden because they were winners over Sacred Heart by quite a good margin, 9-12-66 to 5-goal 10-40. So good win there to Foss. You know, Sacred Heart, they're no pushover either, so it's a good win there. So got Foss Camden with Gordon with 2, as well as Bergsma. And Rawalt as well, with Cunning, Ramsey and Underwood with individuals. And best players was Bergsma, O'Grady, Ramsey, Jacka and Revealy in the best players. And then of course for Sacred Heart,
yeah, Potts kicked 2, Keane, Redden and Taylor were singles. Forster, Taylor Angel, Sperling, Brooks and Delmenico were amongst the better players. But there's a name there that certainly Henley would want to watch this week, and he's obviously a very good form, Aaron Bergsma.
Yeah, just plays most weeks.
Can seriously play through the midfield, and he's a gun midfielder. So, you know, they'd want to lock him down, because if they don't lock him down, he'll run all day, and he will hurt them, you know, will cut them up. And he does kick goal, or he kicked 2 last week too, so he runs forward, kicks goals, rests up there, very good player.
But as I said, Henley did not rest on laurels because they are back at Henley, which is probably a little bit of advantage for Henley again. They're taking on Foss Camden, who have been a very good side all year. They probably lost a couple of games late in the year that they dropped down to 4th. But again, Henley, this is going to be a crack of a game. I think Foss are on fire. Henley dropping the ball last week. Well, they did drop because they're 8 goals up at quarter time, but obviously they just couldn't push the team to the limits at the end. So, but look, I'm still going for Henley. I think they're going to bounce back after the loss last week. I think whether they could be thrashed at the track this week because it's a final, so you still want to be pretty fresh for a final. But
Jared Wright wouldn't have thrashed them.
No, I think there've been some words said, pretty strong, firm
probably
words.
the words, not thrashing them on the track. That's not going to do any.
No, it won't at this time of year anyway. But I'm certainly going for Henley. I think, look, they've been the best side of the year. One of those shot losses last week, and well done, Athelston. Don't take that away from them.
Oh, it's magnificent. Anyone to be 8 goals down and come back and win by, that's huge.
Yeah.
And massive performance from Athelston. So well done. But I can't see Henley getting beaten twice down there in 2 weeks on their own oval. Foss are a very good side, but Henley would want to lock down Bergsma.
Yeah.
And they got a very, very good side. And it's not just Bergsma, but Ruwalt, and they got a number of very good players. So very, very good side. But I just think Henley
So well done, because this is for back in Division 1 for Foss Camden. They've been in Division 1 for many years, got relegated a few years ago, so they definitely pushed themselves back up again. And for Henley, they got relegated the first time in many, many years last year. So again, both sides will be, it'll be a tough game of footy, I think, this one.
Yeah, I think Henley were, the last time they were in Division 2 was 2004, because we coached them in 2005, Scotty Hodges, and I was his assistant. So we got them when they were just out of Division 2, so that was 2005 was the first time. So they spent a good time in Division 1, but I know they were keen on getting straight back there too. So
absolutely,
I think they will, and I think they'll play Athelston again the week after at Theberton.
So Henley for me, Henley for you, and good luck to both sides. So this is the Div 1 in the making for both your teams, and good luck, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.